C-sharp squad with the marketing schemes, making brands pop like soda and dreams. The story brand certified, the real hot shot. Now we step back, call the status forgot. We said bye to the badge, no guilt, no rage. Still cooking up fire, agency stage. Guides of the game, yeah, still in the loop.
Good morning.
That's
It might be
good.
time to update our sound effects here.
Why? We shouldn't update it. I still love it.
Yeah, it is cool. It is cool.
All right. What's happening in
Well,
your world, bro?
just always baby stuff. The good news is that the parents the house is empty at the moment, so we're putting the older one upstairs to scream himself to bed so that we don't have to hear it. So yeah, we're doing a cold turkey dummy removal at the moment.
Oh,
So
wow.
comes with
Cold
the
turkey
appropriate
dummy
noise.
removal.
Sorry?
That sounds cold turkey dummy removal. That sounds worse than going vegan, bro.
Well, I don't know. Maybe for the child. But yeah, certainly not fun. But otherwise they're healthy, they're good, which is the main thing.
So on a given night, how long does he scream for until he goes to bed?
Well, it's day 4 now, so I would say the first day was probably up to an hour, 45 minutes.
Yeah.
But he's learning to be a lot more receptive on like what we actually tell him, and he's starting to obey a bit more, which is nice.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
my advice is to keep at it. Don't change course, because that's exactly what we did for our first one, and I didn't sleep for 2 years. Let's put it that way.
Wow.
So,
But
yeah,
what do you mean
so
change course? Like you changed, you
like
gave him a dummy back?
just stick to one method, whatever that method is. It
Mm.
can be cold turkey, it could be crying out, and all. Just stick to it.
Yeah.
If you start confusing the process,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. No, they are genius at testing boundaries.
Oh yeah, 100%.
That's very, very interesting. But yeah, what's happening in your world?
I am looking forward to going to New Zealand
Nice.
Sunday for however long, 12 days, 10 days.
Yeah.
Yeah, school holidays is usually where I go MIA, as you would know.
Yeah.
So this time we're going to New Zealand, and
Nice.
bit of skiing, bit of exploring, bit of everything.
Very cool. I still haven't been to New Zealand, so one day I'll have to go.
I'm telling you, Queenstown is heaven on earth. Like,
Yeah.
seriously. Yeah,
Well,
you
I
just
prefer
can't-
heaven in heaven.
heaven in heaven. That's it. Well, true. Okay. Hey, tell us about your what's new in the AI world these days.
Hot topic is Nano Banana. Google came up with a funny name for a new image generation model.
Yeah.
And the special thing about that model is it's really good at identifying objects or subjects, which means it can amend photos while staying true to the original really well. So let's say I have a selfie of myself, and I say, use this subject in a mall, or this is the product that I want you to promote in a particular background. It's really good at actually replicating this product or the subject of that image in a very accurate way. Whereas a lot of other image models, they struggle to replicate things like the original one because they're regenerated rather than using the actual object. So in the AI community, it's just gone nuts because people like suddenly create so many ads and create so much content that is so true to the original, which means you can create a lot of brand collateral really quickly now, and really professional looking, which is cool. So that's kind of a big move in the AI space at the moment.
Well, that would be great news for e-commerce, eh?
Yeah, fantastic news for e-commerce.
Yeah.
Or for founder operators of e-commerce, not for agencies, but also for agencies, it's less labor intensive.
Less labor and more scale, more variety of ads instead of having to produce all of them by yourself, right?
Yeah. Yeah, typical,
Okay.
you know, A/B testing, etc. Will be easier, but also you need the
Yeah.
budget to, you know, test so much.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, who's our guest for today?
Well, we have Eureka, also known as Yin, who is one of our workshop alumni. That's
And very, very long-term clients. She's probably one of the OGs
yeah,
for C Sharp.
yeah.
Yeah.
And as it goes, you know, you do a bunch of stuff at the workshop, and then we've actually just created a new website for her. But now the question is, what's next? Yeah, you might have the perfect website, but if nobody lands on your site, even that perfect thing might be not as useful as you might think, unless you tell people about it. And so the next step is really to figure out, hey, what are ways, and potentially, you know, if it's not paid ways, what are organic ways to drive eyeballs or drive traffic to your site? And that's what we want to discuss today. So I'm going to bring Yin on, and she can tell us a little bit about her business and what she's up to, and then we'll hopefully find the perfect way to bring traffic to her website. So welcome, Yin, everyone. Hello, how are you?
Hello, everyone, and thank you for always and Alex to introduce me. I think yeah, so you exactly target on what I'm worrying about. Like I'm actually very excited about my website. Very happy with the website, but at the same time, I'm thinking, okay, now how can I bring the traffic to the website? Now this is the big job, and it's going to be a big and long time like strategy that we have to implement. And my target audience is those, like it will be the women who are between 45 to around 60. And I found this batch of women, they actually handling like the most stressful time in their life, when they handle the teenage kids. They handle the like being like they've been working on working towards the checklist. They want everything what in their life will be achieved and performed, but sometimes they probably lose sight on their relationship, and they probably find that the relationship with their partners deteriorating and without even notice about that. And the stress will actually means that they probably not necessarily very having a very healthy relationship with their kids and even the people around them, and including themselves. So like I noticed that a lot of information on the market probably talk about that, but it's actually those information is actually quite confusing and overwhelming. The reason is because it's not really targeting on individual situation. So my job is to really want to help those women which actually can get out from that struggle. And some of them, they probably at age of they're thinking about want to give up their marriage. And then actually it's actually I think it's important that they know, may not necessarily have to give up, because something they can work on, which they probably feel, oh yeah, I've done it so many times, it's hopeless. But the thing you have done is not probably what um, the right strategy. Sometimes it's funny that people will think, if I work on something, if it doesn't work, I just work harder. Okay, so they work harder on something, they won't work. Okay, so like it's not necessary to work harder. It's just we have to work smarter on their relationship. So this is where I'm coming to help. Yeah.
Okay. So first and foremost, tell us what it is that you do. So I understand the problem and the target audience that you're trying to solve.
Mhm.
Do you offer like a relationship coaching service? What do you actually do?
Yeah, relationship coaching. Yeah.
Okay.
Coaching is a bit different from psychologists and like psychology and therapy. Coaching is more from that we don't it's not because you come to coach, but it's not because you broken or you got something wrong. It's just that from time to time it's very natural that from our lifetime we have some time in the rapid holes where you got something we feel stuck. This is just like apply to anyone. Like it's not necessary you got something wrong with you. So, but the coaching is more about learning how to empower yourself to solve the problem with the resources you have and you might not know.
Yeah.
Mm.
So it sounds like you've got an ocean of knowledge and obviously compassion and passion, obviously, in this space. So we talk. So in terms of marketing, obviously, we've spent months trying to help you to clarify your message, working out your products, productizing some of your coaching services. Now we've got a website up and running. To Ori's point, right? We want eyeballs now to your brand and to your website. Not necessarily just your website, but your brand overall, right?
Yeah. Mm.
And since because you are an early startup and probably spending a lot of money on advertising doesn't make sense to you at this point in time, right?
Mm.
And especially with something like coaching and relationship, and you're really speaking into people's personal lives and relationship, the idea of a content strategy would make a lot more sense for
Mm.
you than driving a lot of traffic, like that, driving a lot of paid traffic onto your website. Would you agree?
Yes, certainly. Yeah. Mm.
Yeah. So content is the name of the game for you because it takes a long time for people to trust
Yeah.
a stranger online, right?
Mm. Mm.
Uh, for something that is so personal and so intimate,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think the content, I like the content to be able to serve that the purpose of how I can develop the relationship with my future potential client,
Mhm.
um, develop that relationship and trust, and the trust of how I can help them. So I think the major purpose of my content is to achieve these two,
Yeah.
the trust and the relationship. Yeah, and they're not, they trust what me I can help them. Yeah.
Yeah. Great.
Mm.
And how often? Or I understand that you had already started doing some content online.
Yes.
Um,
Mm.
so in an ideal world, how often would you want to be releasing this content, and also in what format?
Yeah, I'm actually thinking. Just still in the thinking process. I will probably put like 3 to 4 days. The plan is, I mean, I post myself like 3 to 4 days each week. The plan is, the first day will just give a little hints in the very simple text or kind of things to let my audience know what will be the topic that we're talking about for the next 3 days.
Hmm.
First day, just a note probably on the
Is
first day,
yeah.
and then
Yeah.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday will
Mm.
be the video. So the first
Okay.
day is notes, yeah.
That's actually a great little tactic because the first day you're building anticipation.
Mm.
Now, given you've got an engaged audience, right? Like if you don't have an engaged audience, a lot of these are whatever. So the first day you're going to build anticipation, and
Yep.
then you get a slightly higher chance for people to tune in for the second day, the third day, and the fourth
Mm.
day, right?
Mhm.
Now, my question is for the other 3 days of content, are they going to be just individual topics, or are you just going to build on top of each other?
We'll build on it from top of each other. So we'll
Okay.
be
So can
a
you give me,
series.
okay. So I think for the sake of our exercise, right?
Mm.
Can we work on an example of a given week, right? What would that routine look like, right?
Yep. Good. Yep.
Yeah.
Mm.
So, um, so let's say okay, again, your target audience is married ladies. So
Mhm.
ladies who are married
Mhm.
currently, who are
Mhm.
aged about 40 to 60 or 45 to 60,
Mhm.
with teenage kids.
Mhm.
Yeah, so they've married for like it's basically the traditional family at this point, right? So
Yes.
they've
Yes.
married for for a couple of decades or a decade and a
15
half,
years, something like that. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, but 10 years, 15 years,
Oh,
20 years.
yeah.
They've
Mhm.
got a couple of kids. The kids are now teenagers, and they're facing all sorts of problems, right?
Mm. Mm.
And let's say next week you're going to hit them with 4 pieces of content according to what you've explained.
Mm.
So the first day is to build up the anticipation. The second, third, and the fourth day are basically content building on top of each other based on a common theme. Okay, let's just work through that exercise together, right? So, what would be your topic of choice on that week?
Say for example, I probably got two different weeks already. Like I target on one another first. The first week, for example, on what's that on Thursday, I will probably send out say, okay, what is the biggest misunderstanding in the relationship? The
Mhm.
three biggest misunderstanding in relationship. Okay, and then on Thursday, I list out this, and then when so each day, the next 3 days, I will going to describe each of them,
Okay.
probably less than 1 minute, within
Okay.
1 minute.
So this is a great proposition. I'm just trying to reframe it so that it's a little bit more marketing friendly. Yeah.
Mm, mm,
So the three mistakes or misunderstandings in a relationship are the symptoms of a problem, right?
mm,
But what we really want to communicate, especially on day one, is the problem that we're trying to solve on that week, right?
mm,
So going forward, what I would encourage you to do or think about is every single week you're solving a problem in relationship.
mm, mm.
Does that make
Uh,
sense?
yeah. Can I just like a quick question from just to clarify,
Yeah,
if I'm going to say three misunderstanding in relationship,
yeah.
and after like so like a 1 minute video for each of them, like probably like 35 40 minutes 40 seconds to just talk about what is that misunderstanding, like universal like misunderstanding,
Mhm.
and then just at the end notes, then we say, okay, now you have to be like more aware of that because this is not the usual case. For example, the first misunderstanding is that if you love me enough, you will know what I need.
Okay.
Okay,
So
so
just
that,
jot that down first, right? Okay. Let's just reverse engineer this. Tell me about the three misunderstandings, and then we'll go
okay,
back to
now
that.
the first one is if you love me enough, you know what I need.
Mhm.
Okay, and the second is if I tell you something I want you to change, if it doesn't work, I will just swallow it.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
and the third one is I can't remember the third one. I write it down on the notes. It's like a communicate. Yeah, it's more about the communication strategy. But no, I actually written down on the notes that yes. So say for example, just the first two. How we can handle this.
Okay.
Mm,
So I'm assuming day 2, day 3, and day 4, you're going to give
mm,
me these three misunderstandings, right?
yeah. Mm,
The engagement of those will really determine based on what you say on day 1. Does that make
mm,
sense? So day 1, you set up the question. So here's the problem that we're going to solve. Over this week, I'm going to post one video a day, to tell
mm,
you the three things that you're saying to yourself, which are, causing you whatever, right? So
mm,
what I'm trying to fish out is with these three misunderstand. Let's say someone turns around and say, "Oh, now I've understood. Now I understand these three myths.
mm,
What problem? What is the solution to my problem? What problem are you trying to solve?
mm,
Why are
yeah.
you teaching me these three things? What problems are you solving for me?"
Mm. Say for example, the first one, if you know it's not working like that, so you can't expect other people read your mind even they love you.
Yeah.
So if that is the misunderstanding or the miss, so what at the end you probably need to know how to express yourself
Mhm.
in the in it just like really expressing your emotion
Okay.
rather
So
than
this is to deal with
oh
the husband, right? So the
yeah
whole theme. What I'm trying to get is, what is the theme of these three misunderstandings? So this is what trigger, like, this is to deal with the spouse, right? This is to deal with the husband, right?
yeah
Okay, so I would go so far and say 3 quick tips to get your husband listen to you.
So in the first day or
On the first day, right?
okay.
So
So I
on the
mean
first,
introduction day.
yeah, the introduction day, right? Introduce the question and say, okay, if you find your husband, like if you find yourself in a situation where your husband has stopped talking to you or they've stopped listening to you, whatever that you say to your husband, they would just go, I don't want to listen to this, right? If this is you, you want to be tuning in for the rest of the week because every single day I'm going to pose you a quick tip on how to change that situation.
Okay. Oh, and now I remember
Yeah.
the third one. Can I
Yeah.
add that now? Yeah. The third one
Yeah.
is that you think all your negative emotion is coming from your spouse.
Okay, great. So you think your spouse is the problem?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. All right. Now, the common theme for all of these 3 misunderstandings has to do with the spouse.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
So the
the
common
target
theme is
is to
is about dealing with the husband, right?
yeah.
I'll probably say 3 tips to deal with a husband that doesn't listen to you. Yeah, to deal with a husband that doesn't listen to you. I think me and Ori can both get our wives on this episode. Get some tips from you, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So do you understand how I'm framing this? Because by just giving the misunderstandings, right, they're just information without context. Do you understand what I'm saying? So on day 1, you go, hi, ladies. Do you find yourself in situations where your husbands don't listen to you? Right? Yes, you're villainizing the husband, but to be honest, it is music to their ears. Right? Because what do ladies talk about when they get together for coffee? They complain about their husband.
Yeah.
So you're playing the
I think it's
empathy role.
first wives, right? When the
Sorry?
guys sit down together, they complain about their wife. Is that first wives?
No, no,
I
no.
don't.
We talk
Person,
about
I
work.
don't. My
Okay.
wife
Yeah.
is
No.
probably the last
Sorry.
thing.
I'll come back to this. Yeah.
We
My
pray for
wife is
our
probably the
wives.
last thing I want to talk about over coffee.
Okay. All right. Now, sorry. We come back to the
Yeah.
marketing.
Yeah. So remember in story brand, we talk about you want as the guide of the story, you want to show empathy. Yes.
Yes. Yes.
By throwing out a topic like this, you are immediately establishing your empathy because you're already empathizing that your husbands are not listening to you.
Yeah. Which means that to create that attentions is empathy and then describe more about that feeling of them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. How you get attention is to articulate and sometimes dramatize the problem.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the 3
Okay.
quick tips to deal with a husband who doesn't listen to you, right, is a direct, straightforward, and a little bit dramatized proposition that you can set up for the week.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm good at that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So do you understand the thought process now?
Yes. So
Yeah.
like being as a guide, I focus on the empathy of the situations and little bit dramatize the empathy of the situation.
Yes. No. So just to quickly reframe this, you want to focus on the problem. Yeah. So you want to set up the week with a common problem, right? And then you word it or you message it with a little bit of dramatization on top. Identify the problem that you're solving, exactly that, right? So the problem in this week is that you're dealing with a husband that doesn't listen to you. Yeah. And then I'm offering the solution by giving you 3 videos over the course of this week. Yeah. And then hopefully on each of these videos, you are going to, or at least at the end of that 3 videos, you want to call people to action. Send me a DM or something. Like probably don't do the whole visit my website and all that sort of stuff at this point in time, because it feels very transactional and commercial. But if you do something a little bit more personal, like send me a DM or send me a direct message, it will feel a little bit more personal. Or obviously, we talked about this offline. If you were to go down this private group route, either through a private Facebook group or a private WhatsApp group or something, right? You can then drive people to the private group.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Are we on the same page? This is how you
Yeah.
want to set up your week, and I love what you're doing with this, because you're basically giving each week a theme, which is awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. Alex, you talk so much that I couldn't actually drop the in details. I hope I can have this recording yes, like so much in what you said. But then I hope I
Yep,
can
that's
still
okay.
record that. Yeah.
Yeah. It's recorded on you. It's gonna be on YouTube forever, so you can revisit that.
It's good. Yeah. Just
Now,
like couldn't drop all this now. Yeah.
yeah. Now, what I love. Okay, well, so that we can train our muscles a little bit more, Ori,
Mhm.
why don't you take Yin through another week,
Yeah.
right? So that we've got another week happening for her, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. So just to recap, we have a weekly theme that guides all pieces of content for that particular week. The first piece of content is the introduction of that theme, or a theme being a problem. And then we have content pieces that help the audience navigate this problem that they're going through. And then the final piece of content needs to be some form of a call to action, because you want to, tell them that they need to do something about it. So, do you have any ideas on other problems that your audience would be experiencing? So obviously this is related to, the marital relationship. Maybe there are other relationships that we could think about.
It can be the teenage.
Yeah.
So it's totally different spectrum, I guess. The teenage, how to deal with that, they're not respecting you, then
Yeah.
they not really focus on developing their future, or like you say they on the game, on the screen,
Yeah.
all
Glued
day.
to the phone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The problem. Okay, what's the problem? I thought this is already the problem, right? Okay.
Well, you've already told us about 3 problems. They're disrespectful, they're glued to the screen, and they don't think about the future. Pick one.
Yeah.
Pick one.
Screw to the script.
Good. Okay. All right. Great. So, how to get your teenager off the phone is the theme of the week.
Okay.
3 ways to get your teenager off the phone and to the dinner table.
Well, I'm going to push the boundary a little bit, because that's just what I do. 3 ways to get your teenager off the phone this weekend.
Wow. Okay.
This is actually good, because we are starting at the beginning of the week. We are helping the audience understand, and then they can execute it on the weekend.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. Well, what would be the first way, Yin?
Wow, Alex, you pushed me to that, and so now this weekend, okay.
Well, you're supposed to be the expert.
Okay. The first is that we need to understand what is the need that they haven't been met in their life. Okay, usually what they try to avoid from the real world and then into their virtual world is because they get their needs met in their virtual world. And so what is the things that they miss out in the real reality?
Yeah. So identify what they're missing out in real life.
say, for example, they feel the lack of satisfaction, lack of the recognitions, and and then lack of the feeling of existence, which these are the needs if they couldn't get in their real life,
Hmm.
it's easy that they will go into their virtual life. So the
So,
first step is to understand first. So to understand, to be understood.
so what I'm hearing is that there are 3 needs that they have that they try to fill by being in front of the screen.
Yeah,
And so
yeah.
if the
So
parent could,
they get into real life, the reality, so they go into the screen
yeah,
to find those need that will they can meet this need from the virtual
yeah.
world. Mm.
So could we say on day 1 to introduce a theme, could we say, hey, if you struggle with your teenager being constantly on the phone, there are actually 3 needs that they have, which they try to fill through screen time. This week, we're going to uncover these 3 needs.
The 3 needs is more about example. This already depends on the situation. But I think the first step is to understand what kind of need that they can actually fulfill in the screen,
Yeah,
which is they can't get from the real life. So we understand this first. This is the first step. And then the second step, we say the 3 different steps. The second step will be to get trust from your kids, which means that once you understand that, you will communicate with them about your understanding. So you let the kid know that you are in their shoes, you understand them, and then you understand the situation, not just about, oh, you shouldn't do this, shouldn't do that, but when you say you shouldn't do this and that, and when they feel you don't understand what they need, they won't listen to you.
Yeah, well, I mean, from my experience, it could be the wrong parenting, but I, it- I don't make it a thing. Like, don't make it a thing. Don't do the whole sit down over the dinner table. Today, I'm going to talk to you about your social media addiction. Like, I don't think like you just have to find a more casual way
Yeah,
to
but
answer.
yes, that's I agree with that. But I'm talking about just the process of
Yeah.
sort it out. But the strategy, of course, we don't want to sit down and lecturing. In case for the teenage, they hate being lectured.
So
So you,
okay, so see,
mm,
that's the thing, right? Because from a messaging, and again, because what we're trying to do is to get our audience engaged, right?
mm,
A lot of what we're put down at the moment, I would classify as information, right?
mm,
But we
mm,
want to hit them with something like day 1. All you need to remember is do not lecture.
yeah,
Yeah.
mm,
So do you know what I mean? Like day 1, don't lecture. Day 2, blah blah blah. Day 2, whatever that is, right? Find a casual opportunity or something, right?
yeah.
So we want to make these so bite sized and less information, because chances are people already know most of these information. They're looking for a guide to give them really simple instructions.
Which means that how to implement them, how to
Yeah.
implement the information.
What's the quick fix?
Mm,
Yeah.
mm.
Yeah. So day 1, do not lecture. And then what are some of your other ideas again? Like
The day
uh,
2 is a casual um a heart-to-heart connection talk.
okay.
or
I
maybe a
will
shared
probably
activity.
I'll probably say day 2. Take them out for bubble tea.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. That's okay.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
Mm.
don't tell them, hey, you need to have a heart-to-heart talk with your child. Well, who doesn't know that, right? But
Yeah, they need
so
ideas they can implement straight away.
yeah,
Or
And
the
remember,
action.
we want to give them advice that they can implement this weekend. So you can say
Okay.
this Saturday, tell your child you're taking them out for bubble tea, or tell your
yeah,
teenager.
yeah,
Mm. So
and
you're
then
more focused on
yeah,
the action that they can take.
yeah, and then obviously, like, you don't talk about, like, in your content, You don't talk about what to order in bubble tea and blah blah, right? And then you go, okay, what I want you to do this weekend now is to take them out on a bubble tea date where there's no agenda, no grocery shopping, no
mm,
stuff that
mm,
mom wants to do. I
mm.
want we want to have a dedicated time where you
And
just
then
waste time with your teenager,
yeah,
right? And even if you're wasting 3 hours, I'm sure there will be 10 minutes of glory when you're in the car where you can actually have a meaningful full conversation.
yeah, and then make the teenage feel they are important to you.
Exactly. So they're not tagging along to mom's shopping
Yeah,
journey on a
yeah,
weekend, right?
yeah.
This is their dedicated time.
Mm, yep, got it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
What would be day 4 then?
Day 4 is I think after I heard about your day 1 and 2, I think my day 4 will be wrong again. Okay. So it's just like the day 4, I was thinking we need to let the kid know that we recognize their strength for at least 3 strengths that you can name it. Um, then you can suggest something that want them to be a little bit different, so it will be even better.
Mm.
So
Okay.
again, it's
I'm,
probably just about
again,
talking.
I'm just gonna jump in and clean it up, right? I'll probably say
Yes.
that on day 4, um, tell them that an iPhone is not worth the argument.
Mm,
Actually, tell them that is not. There's no point to argue over an iPhone.
mm,
Yeah,
yeah.
I don't want to, like, what I'm trying to say is you're telling the teenager that I love you, I trust your bad judgment, but
Mm,
I don't want the iPhone to stand in the way of our relationship going forward.
mm, mm, mm. Yep, yep.
And then you go and figure out, like, and then you tell the teenager, you go and figure out how it's
Yep,
going to look, but I
yep.
do not want to argue over the phone. Like, I do not want to argue with you because of the stupid iPhone.
Okay. Yes, great. Yep. And yep, the same time you're giving the teenage feeling
Agency.
that they can
Yeah.
be in charge of that.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Yep. Mm,
They feel like they're in control, right?
yep. Yeah, not just being told how to do it.
Exactly. Because,
Mm,
like, I'm a big advocate for this, right? Like, you set up all these passwords and lock screen, and they'll always find a way around it.
yes.
And half of the time you're arguing over these stupid dumb things, right?
Mm, mm,
Whereas if they feel in control, like, if they feel in control and they feel loved, they feel accepted,
mm.
then it's going to be an easier journey. It's still going to be hard, but it's going to be slightly easier.
Yeah, it's going to be a very good starting point.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay.
Good.
Some
Good.
good advice that I can implement in 10 years' time.
Yeah. Wow, like
Well,
exciting.
iPhone may not be the thing for you to worry about in 10 years. It will be AI.
But
Yeah.
yeah.
How to stop thinking like a robot.
How to stop outsourcing your thinking. How to think for yourself.
Yeah. Very true.
Yeah. Awesome. All right. So Yin, we need to go soon, but does that give you a framework in terms of how you're structuring your content going forward?
Yeah, it is. To be honest, it's very different from what I thought because I was thinking, oh, that's great, well done. It's okay. All these like when I listen to you, oh yes, like it's not very engaging. Yeah, I think I got your point now. So it's more like talking from the perspective of your client, I mean, or your audience, rather than just giving out information as a pro.
Exactly. So in this game that you're playing, which is coaching, so you're not a counselor, right?
Mm, mm,
Or you're not a psychologist. You're
mm,
a coach who deal with someone's really, really personal issues, right?
mm.
So you don't want to look like an educator,
Yeah.
right? Because an educator is boring, unengaging, and they're probably going to charge me a lot of money for the counseling service, right? That's the
Mm,
impression that you're making, right?
mm, mm.
but you want to look more like a companion who deeply understand the situations and what they're going through. And then in your content is heart driven, like a lot of heart based advice, right? So
Okay.
the thing that, like, for example, the teenager thing, right? I can read it back to you now. Okay, so do not lecture to them. Take them out on a bubble tea date.
Dating.
Tell them that we do not want to argue over the iPhone anymore. Right? And that those are the talking points that I can remember for a long time.
Yeah, got it. Yeah, I can see your direction. Yeah, I have to change my mindset. I'm great to have that chat today. Otherwise, I've probably gone into the wrong track and just talking, educating, and all this.
Exactly.
Then I will be question mark. Okay, how come no people are engaging at all?
Exactly. All right. So if you're taking notes in your notebook, all right, write this down.
Yeah.
Put down the word educator
Mm-hmm.
and put a big red ugly cross over it.
Okay. Okay.
All right. And I want you to put in the word companion. Right.
Okay. Yeah.
Circle that word like no tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you, Alex, for that. Yeah, and yeah, saving a lot of time. Otherwise, I probably got into another 2 or 3 months and still don't know what happened. I didn't get
Because
anything.
the last thing that I want is you giving me a phone call and say, Alex, my marketing's not working. You guys, like the website is not converting, blah, blah, blah. Well, it's the messaging.
Yeah, I'll spend 100 hours creating content that, nobody watches.
Yeah, that will be what happened, I think. But yeah, I thought I'm very proud of my content, but then now today I've said, okay, so it's the way that I deliver is that very boring.
Yeah.
Well, I think
Yeah,
just
you're
having
not
a weekly theme that that surrounds a particular problem that your audience is experiencing, that will already position you as a great empathetic guide. And then just talking about that problem and then giving them some really easy to execute advice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you've built a career around education in your other professional life, right? Just know that in this game, don't play the teacher educator role. You play the
Yeah.
companion. Yeah.
I think, Alex, the educator, big ugly cross, and then companion. This
Yes.
part, I'm going to enlarge that and put it on my
Yes.
wall.
Yeah. Plaster it. Yeah.
And
Plaster
then
it in your.
whenever I'm doing the preparation for the video, I got to look at that.
Yes. Yes. Exactly right. Exactly.
Yeah.
That's good.
Very
That's
cool.
awesome.
Okay, thank you, thank
Okay.
you, thank you.
Thank you so much, Ian. Thanks for your time.
Yeah.
All right. That was fun, man.
Yeah, that's good.
I mean, truly, thank you. Like, yes, I thought I actually been thinking, oh, I'm ready. Okay, I got all this content, but now I feel, oh, yes,
Yeah.
boring. No wonder the last 20 posting I put in, all the people engaging is all my friends. I think my friends are so good that they actually very supportive friend, but no market value.
Well, Yin, here, what you can do next time you post something, post it into our story brand community as well, and then we'll have a bunch of people that can give you feedback on that.
Yeah, thank you.
So that you can make the next one even better.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or just continue on with this exercise. Like we can send you that Google Doc that Ori was working on. If you just keep expanding on that and put all of these ideas on paper on that Google Doc, and then in our circle community, we can just talk about it with the community.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Ori will send it to me.
Yeah, I'll share it with you. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah.
Awesome.
Okay. We'll let you go. Thank you.
All right.
Very intensive. I really couldn't get the chance to take notes. I have to rely on Ori docs. Yeah.
Yeah.
I will send you the recording and the documents, so you don't have to take any notes.
Thank you for
All good.
today. Yeah.
Thank you,
Have a
Yin.
good
Thank you.
weekend ahead.
Bye-bye.
Okay, bye.
Okay.
All right, cool. Yeah, it's good. It's always great to do things live. That's what the Marketing Live Jam is all about.
Yeah.
And that's what
Well-
brings most help to our guests.
Well, here's some parenting tips for you, mate.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Yeah. But I do think the whole iPhone thing will change with AI. So
Oh yeah.
curious what will happen. Probably end up on a farm without any tech at some point.
That would be the dream. That would be the dream.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, it's been a great episode. So for those of you who are watching, if you are interested in joining our circle community where all the actions happen, and more of live marketing advice in this style, that will be the link for you to go to sign up. But until next time, happy Wednesday afternoon.
Happy Wednesday. See you next week.